It's myself versus Addi, who I've actually featured on the channel before. He's the proxy-based denier. So let's see how this game goes. It is a long one, so let's just jump forward to some highlights, and shall we? I've got my warehouse down in the berries. I'm starting to build a little wall of houses. He's done a similar thing, although he's put his warehouse in a slightly different spot. He's noticed some fish and he's gone for them. I have not, despite them being right in front of me. How did I miss that? Jesus. Instead, I've gone for the tree line to get some extra wood. I'm putting out some fight pits. His fish has allowed him to fund his proxy base here. He says he's making too many mistakes. I'm not sure if he's making as many as me, but these animals are tearing him down. Wow. The fight pits are coming up, like I said, funded by these extra fish that he's got that I do not. So I am about to be in trouble. Oh god, look at this tiger tearing down my guys. Guys, I probably shouldn't show this. This is, if you play against me in the tournament, this is yeah, this is what you'll be going up against. So I've built my wall of houses now as a sort of pseudo way of blocking entry into the more vital parts of my base. It's not completely blocked, as you can see, but I did what I could. He has still got his proxy here. He's pumping out his warriors, ready to come at me. He's amassing a force, a big force. So I've actually sent a bunch of slingers to go harass him, being attacked by bears and stuff on the way. And then I realized, uh-oh, I did not scout that proxy properly, and he is in my base. So I come back, I lob him, I lob a bunch of slingers at him, I run away with workers, I slap him with workers, I build a bunch of bulwarks. You know what? I think I hold relatively well. The slingers that came back are fighting the ones that were trying to reinforce him. All in all, yeah, it slowed me down, but I don't think it was too bad. I bring the workers forward, a whole bunch of them that I'd already taken off resources anyway, to start smashing his buildings, because workers have extra building damage. You can see that's 7 instead of the standard 4, whereas slingers, they have 4 instead of the standard 11. So really, at the Stone Age, if you want to be countering buildings, especially bulwarks and stuff, you want to be using your workers. I even managed to catch a couple of his here in his warehouse. Right, the proxy base officially denied. Thank you very much, Addi, for teaching me how to do that. We run past each other, we just miss each other. I'm going for some counter-attacking now. I need to sort of even the odds. And I managed to smash a bunch of workers here. I mean, I didn't kill him, but I made him run off. He's moving everything. I don't kill many, but he's even bringing his troops back to fend me off now, so I think he's getting a bit worried. I kill a bunch of his troops. I even managed to kind of pop a last few of these workers. They ain't much, but again, it's a distraction on his side. I kind of feel like I even the odds there, and I've already got my next wave coming. So I start talking to him here as he's telling me his internet's down or something. To be honest, I didn't really get it. I got a bit confused. But I'm not looking because I'm typing, and I end up getting my dudes here killed. Well, I should have actually ran away. I tried to lure him in a different direction from my base. It did not work. But I do still have this guy alive. I was planning to go and do something with. Oh, I accidentally pull him back. Yeah, that's such an idiot mistake. I must have hit F2, moved him back. I'm in my panic to assemble my spearmen. The boar's helping me out here. Animal selection, as they say. And my workers are in more trouble this time than they were the last time. A hold though, and ultimately it's not too bad. It's just another slow. I think he's currently winning here. He's got a lot more stuff, and I'm feeling that pressure. Here comes the next engagement. I tried to hide in this little tree line to jump out at him. Don't really know if it did anything. If he wasn't watching, it might have worked. I've noticed he's got heavy spearmen. I do not. That worries me a little bit, but I've kind of been pushing to take the map with towers. Keep the pressure on him. Bring in another wave. The archers run straight past me. God, it's annoying when that happens, but he's doing the right thing. He's not engaging. He's going to continually disrupt my workers. He's constantly harassing and pestering them, and it's giving me difficulties. I've got a little 3 workers going in this direction. I have a scheme of my own up my sleeve. There we go. So I'm decided to I really need to put some pressure on him before I lose to these Ashigarus and stuff. So I'm trying to do like a multi-pronged attack, different directions. For what it's worth, it's okay, I guess. It slows down his next wave of troops, which would be in my base if my towers were not there. Heavy spearmen were enough for the Ashigaru that time. Send these lot over to back up the tower, to which he's lost a lot of dudes to. I do love those Western Asian towers. He sends the Springalds. Oh god. So I actually managed to destroy one Springald, but when the tower went down, I lost the vision and I couldn't take this one out, and that was frustrating. So close. Meanwhile, I've sent in just a bunch of dudes to just go and see what I can find. Unfortunately, he didn't actually have any dudes on the stone, so shouldn't have gone in that direction. I should have been paying attention and gone for the food. I've sent another strike force over here in this direction. The Springald shows up. I know I have to take that down. That is priority 1. I try and split my dudes as I move towards him so he kills as few as possible. I'm still kind of cementing my hold on this middle area. A forward bush, forward base of operations. I go and hit some houses here. This is probably the first like substantial attack I've managed to do in terms of actually destroying structures. He brings his dudes around, maybe he wasn't expecting it. Meanwhile, I've gone and built my towers again over here, and I'm sending in another little wave. He does slaughter me. I don't manage to do too much, but it feels like a success anyway, because I'm drawing his attention away from my base. He's starting to build these mounted samurai now, I believe they're called. Yeah, and they are irritating. But fortunately, with some micro, I managed to catch them all with the spears to slow them down. Yeah, he will rely on that continuously going forwards, and I will keep trying to catch him. We'll see how that goes. The ballista gets taken out. Unfortunately, I was trying to take out his production, didn't work. He had this balloon tower, which is actually pretty smart. He can see me coming, even though he doesn't have control of the map. It's a good way, it's a good thing to do if you know, it's like a pseudo way of having control of the map, because you still have the vision, even though it's not yours. There we go, now I've got my next troops coming in. I realise, this ain't working out, I should back. I see he's trying to do more stuff with the samurai, so I stab as many of them as I can with some micro, which is only 2. But I've always got waves coming in. I actually start assembling these lot in advance to try and catch them, and I catch them again. I am proud of that, but I'm not going to lie. There are things I would have done differently looking back on it. So, because in hindsight, I was never able to keep this up forever. And, you know, he already starting to almost get through here and there. Didn't actually kill any workers, but with some splash, he was able to do a lot. I lose his force, but he doesn't have enough to continue pushing forward, it seems. So he backs up. I use these workers to start going for some metal, which if I recall correctly, I'm quite low on right now, reaching late Middle Ages and all. Alright, he's now gone the full meta build, East Asia into India, and I am not even close, 27% of the way to Persia. I have another assault here, but I am trying to continue my multi-directional attack by now bringing pressure down upon his north. I intercept some of these soldiers with troops that I know will die in order to buy these guys time to push again. It worked down this side once, so I'm going for it again. Not sure if that was wise, it's just I know there are so many towers here, you can see the footprints, that I thought this part looks safe. I do manage to destroy them, and that's good stuff. However, I notice, oh wait a minute, this is the bit where I see these Indian houses, and I realize that I am potentially in trouble here. I do what I can, but his base is so sort of tight. I have to go around so much to get to these damn workers. I kill what I can. He's on the defensive, which means he's not attacking me. Meanwhile, I've continued to sort of slowly operate up here. On this front, I'm trying to build cannons to see if I can take down these towers so that I can open up a new front on this side. I mean, I suppose I could always run past him. In hindsight, maybe that's what I should have done. It's just that these buildings can pump out troops so quickly, right, if you want to. So even if it looks like there's no one there, 5 seconds later, a whole army will be there and I'll be under towers. So I was just thinking, I don't think that's a good idea. Although, please, by all means, guys, if you have advice, if you think, oh, no, why wasn't he doing A, B, and C? Please tell me what A, B, and C are. And this time, I can't catch him. I catch whatever I can, but the mounted samurai get through. And yeah, it hurts. It doesn't hurt so bad that it's the end of the game, but I'm having to move so much around. I get these lot out to try and stop him. Meanwhile, there's a fight at the front here. I'm pushing down this side. I'm also pushing up this side. I'm sending reinforcements here. I'm building cannons here. And I managed to fight off these mounted samurai. I'm building university. Don't know if that was a good idea. I'm waiting for this to upgrade. Oh, I guess, yeah. I tried to upgrade it to a barracks, but I foolishly didn't realize I had units queued out of it. Because without the barracks, I cannot build the arsenal. Without the arsenal, I cannot build the machine gun towers, which was my way of defending against the horses, the cavalry. Yeah, I didn't get there fast enough. So, the cannons now are doing some damage to him, but I'm also losing them, so I don't know, probably losing on the trade here. I built this tower here to pressure on him, but the serious problem is these elephants coming my way. I built a barracks because I see there's loads of workers here, which would be a great harassment point. He sees it and honors me with some fireworks decorations. And now I see balloons as well, and I'm actually a bit nervous now because none of these things can hit in the air, and I'm in trouble. So I'm trying to kill, I can't even kill an elephant, honestly. It's just too difficult. The cannons are getting shredded by the balloons. But I'm still in this, I think. I'm still in this. He tells me there's 25 minutes left. I tell him, you know what? I reckon I could hit, because, you know, in this tournament, in case you don't know, when it hit the 75-minute mark, you have to just end the game because the next game is starting and it counts as a draw. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not going to win this one. Maybe I will. But, see, I'm getting his workers here. But, yeah, he's moved his elephants north, but I've gone south and he's just seen me. What was I trying to say? I forgot. Yeah, I do a little bit, but really it's not enough. And no matter how many troops I assemble, and no matter how desperately... Oh, I actually think... Apologies, I think I missed another mounted samurai attack. Oh no, not yet. Yeah, I'm about to miss another one. Yeah, they just keep coming. Like, I haven't been able to catch them all on screen, but they keep coming all because he realizes I keep catching him in the middle, so he's going the long way, which is good for me, but he still eventually makes it. And yeah, I mean, I'm attacking him at the same time, but the reality is... Okay, I kill a bunch of workers here, which feels really good, but he's doing more to me each time, and that begins to show in the resources, in the fact that I can't even afford my IR units, you know? I can't even get out a stable to try and make the camels. I can't. So slowly but surely, and obviously India's so cheap, it's such a good faction as well. He's able to completely demolish me here, even though I take all of this out. And it would be a good attack if it wasn't for the fact that I lost, as you can see, every single worker. And now I'm just going to fast forward it to the end because I'm left with no food, and it's a very gradual death. While I hope and hope and hope and hope and hope I can make out the clock, unfortunately I cannot. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I have won my other games, so you know, it's looking good, but this was the most interesting one in my opinion, and I thought it was worth showcasing. Yeah, I hope you had a good time, and I'll catch you in the next one.